Alright everyone, hello, what is up? The Loganators here and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be playing some Hearts of Iron 4. Now what are we doing inside of Hearts of Iron 4, I hear you ask? Well, for those people who didn't read the title of the video, we are going to be taking over the Americas as a tiny little two-province country known as El Salvador. This challenge is going to be very difficult in the short term because El Salvador doesn't really have many build slots and it doesn't start with much, so conquering new lands is going to be a challenge. However, I think we're going to pull ourselves through this challenge and hopefully we can take the Americas. I only have 40 hours in this game too, but again, I think we can pull ourselves through this one and we can finally achieve that goal. Alright, I also animated a small little intro just to explain what my grand battle strategy is going to be in the early game. And this is going to be a mini-series too, by the way. So there's going to be part 2, maybe even a part 3. But for now, let me show you what I've got in the works. Hello ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending today's emergency meeting. As many of you know, the fascist dictator of El Salvador has demanded that we expand our borders throughout the Americas. Of course, this task is too daunting for us to complete immediately, so we must expand our borders slowly. In order to do so, our generals have devised a plan to attack Honduras all the way down to Panama in ruthless wars, and hopefully we can expand our borders all the way throughout Central America. Also, we will engage in conflicts above our borders to the north in Guatemala and Mexico. We will also go on an island hopping campaign to Cuba and Haiti, and hopefully we can conquer new territories that will be proven vital for landing grounds in the United States of America. Hopefully this plan works, but for now, we're going to improve upon those plans, and hopefully we can take out the United States of America as our prime objective. And so there you have it. That's my basic battle strategy to take over the Americas. Like I said in the video, we're going to slowly expand our borders by taking some neighboring countries, just so we can get some extra living room, get a little bit of more manpower, and most importantly, get those factory built slots and naval dockyards and all the production things that we would ever need. First off, for the national focus, I did select the political effort because we're going to need that political power soon. I also started building a military factory instead of a civilian factory for some reason, but I guess it ends up being okay later on, but I would have liked to do a civilian factory instead. We're going to do electronic mechanical engineering to get that slight research bonus time by about 3%, I think. And then we're also going to research weapons 1 because the basic infantry equipment is a little weak right now, so we're going to do better weapons for us to produce. We're going to assign our guys to an army group, and Diego here will conquer the Americas for us. Hopefully he will not fall ill because of the daunting task that he has in front of us. We're going to put reinforcements at the highest priority here. We want fresh troops on the battlefield. And yeah, if you couldn't tell already, I'm doing this in post-production, by the way. I tried to do a live commentary, but for some reason my microphone didn't record, so here I am doing some post-production. So yeah, I guess it has its plus and minuses, but hey. Alright, it looks like our national focus has been completed, so it's time to spend that new political power that we just got. I think the best thing to do with this political power right now is to get the Captain of Industry, since this provides a lot of really nice bonuses to our industry, and that we need a lot of that right now, because we don't have a lot of industry, and we're going to use everything we can to get more. And in fact, that's what we're going to do with the next national focus. We are going to go for industrial effort because, like I said, we need industry. Looks like our first research has been completed, the electronic mechanical engineering, so it's time to go on over to the industry tab and select production efficiency cap. This is going to help us produce weapons a whole lot faster, which is something that we could use. Alright, it looks like our national focus has been completed, so it's time to go on over to construction effort, which is going to give El Salvador an additional civilian factory, which is enormously important for the country right now. Also, we're going to want to go on over and upgrade from our basic equipment to our weapons 1. This is going to make sure our guys can fight a lot better on the ground. They're going to be able to fight much more efficiently. Also, we're going to start researching construction 1 so we can start building military and civilian factories a whole lot quicker. We have a bit of spare political power right now, so we're going to use that to get industrial company, which is going to help us speed up our research time in the industrial tab a little faster. Construction 1 has been completed, so it's time to go on over to the research and start researching more of the computers tab, which is going to give us some bonuses when we're researching everything. Next up, I think I'm going to start researching artillery. Since there's a lot of infantry divisions in Central America and not really much else, we're going to be going with artillery since it improves our soft attack dramatically. Also, we're going to start researching infrastructure effort number 1, so then we can go to construction effort 3 right after that, and eventually our additional research slot. Since we have some spare political power, we're going to be using that to go to free trade, which is going to give our economy some great bonuses. Also, we're going to start researching the superior firepower doctrine, which is going to be the strategy that we're going to be revolving around this game. And since we're going to be using the superior fire doctrine, and we've researched the artillery, and we've also been training our guys up, we have some free army experience to change our template with, and we're going to put some artillery divisions in our template. And hopefully we can get up to 20 width here soon, which would be very, very nice. Alright, it looks like it's time to select a new national focus, so we're going to go on over to Armament Effort 1, since that's going to give me another military factory. Also, we're going to want to research mountaineers, since they're going to be able to navigate the mountains of Central America a whole lot faster than our regular infantry units. And it looks like we have enough political power to modify the government, so what I'm going to do is get a new military theorist. Manuel here provides small bonuses for army experience gain and land doctrine research time, so I think those small bonuses are totally worth it. In the meantime, it looks like the Hindenburg didn't blow up, so that's nice, and we also got another military factory, so we're going to start producing artillery for our guys on the ground. And in order to do so, we're going to start trade with the US so we can get supplies to build that artillery. This is going to make it so we only have one civilian factory working right now, but we will get more of them soon. Alright, it looks like we have another research slot available, so let's go on over to Support Weapons 1, which is going to give our guys better defense and breakthrough, which means they're just going to be a lot more efficient. Also, we're going to start selecting the Infrastructure Effort 2 for a national focus, since we can get the additional research slot rather soon after that. And it looks like China just happened to. Looks like we've accumulated some political power to spend, so we're going to spend that on limited conscription. That way we can have a higher manpower pool and put more guys in our army. And the first thing we're going to do with that is we're going to make a division template just a little better and increase the combat width up to 16. Next up, we're going to start researching Concentrated Industry 1, which is going to give our factories and dockyards a bit higher output, which is very nice. For our next research, we're going to go for Improved Machine Tools, since this is going to give our factories a bit higher efficiency capacity, which is something we could always use. Another something that we can always use is the extra research slot, which is something we're going to be focusing on in our national focus tree. So we're going to select that and get that focused on. In 70 days, we'll have another research slot. Also, we're going to start building some land forts in the country, since we've run out of build slots to build any civilian or military factories. And since we've run out of build slots, I think it's time to expand and try and take other countries. First off, we're going to start justifying war on Honduras. We've also accumulated some army experience, so let's go and use that in the template menu. So we're going to add one Mountaineer division to the template, and that's going to bring the total combat width up to the desired 20 width. Looks like our national focus has been completed, so it's time to select a new one. I think we're going to go for naval effort, since this is going to give ourselves 3 dockyards in El Salvador, which is going to be enormously helpful for building ships. We're going to need to build those ships so we can secure naval supremacy and launch naval invasions from our country. Also, since we have an extra research slot, we're going to go on over and research more of the land doctrine. Our next research is going to go towards construction 2. This way we can build things at 10% faster speed than we were before, which is a nice bonus. And next up, we're going to select a new national focus. I think I'm going to go for armament effort, since this is going to give ourselves a bit more military factories, and we're just going to max out the economy in the national focus right now. So let's select that and get that focused. After armament effort, we're going to go for army effort, which is going to give us some nice bonuses when we're researching land doctrines, which will be nice. Next up, we're going to sort out our factory situation here by getting more artillery units produced, since we got that extra factory from the armament effort. It looks like our submarines have just finished researching, so we're going to use all the dockyards we got from the Navy effort focus to start producing the submarines. Now, in order to produce those submarines efficiently, we're going to have to sacrifice the only civilian factory we are using right now to construct buildings, and we're going to have to trade that civilian factory to get more resources so we can produce those submarines very efficiently. And also, we're going to start researching naval invasions too, and that's what the submarines are really for, just to gain naval supremacy so we can launch naval invasions. Time to use some free political power, so we're going to spend it on army offense, which is going to give our divisions a plus 10% attack. We're going to go farther down the army research tree so we can get the doctrine effort, which is going to give some research bonuses to getting new doctrines. Skipping ahead to a little over 60 days in time, we've actually finished the doctrine effort, so we're going to go on over to the next national focus, which is just doctrine effort 2. Also, our naval invasions have finished researching, so we're going to go on over and start researching the next computing machine so we can just get a little more research time bonus when we're researching anything we want. Also, our war goal is just a few days away from being completed, so we're going to be declaring war on Honduras very, very soon. Our divisions have been preparing for an attack, so their order's already been drawn, and right now the attack on Honduras is going to look something like this. They're going to focus most of their divisions in the mountains where they can dig a bunch of entrenchments and get cover and use the terrain to their advantage. And what we're going to do is we're going to invade the province to the left of the mountain range here, to the west, and we're going to attack from multiple directions. This is going to give them a negative bonus when they're defending, and it's going to make it so we can draw them out of the mountains and just smash their forces a whole lot easier, and we can counter the entrenchments that they have on the mountain. And hopefully that will be enough to take Honduras. Only time will tell, so let's get ready to declare war and put our plan into action. Alright, now that we've declared war, the only thing we need to do before we attack is to justify our next war goal, and we're going to do that on the neighboring country of Nicaragua, which is going to be an easy conquest. And with that being said, let's get underway. We've already taken the province to the west of the capital, and we're going to use that encircling advantage of the capital just to march on in. First off, the battle starts out pretty evenly since they're dug into the mountain. However, we've got twice as many divisions on site, and that's not even counting for the width, too. We've got artillery, we've got mountaineers. We just are better in pretty much every aspect than they are, minus the fact that they're entrenched. But in less than a month of fighting, we actually do take the capital, and their country capitulates. The first major victory in Central America, and it will be the first of many victories to come. Looking ahead even farther into the future, we're going to start justifying our next war goal on Costa Rica. This is going to be a very easy conquest considering the fact that they have no divisions that they normally produce, so where it's just a matter of fact of marching into the capital unopposed. I'm also using some spare political power to go from civilian economy to partial mobilization, which is something I probably should have done a long time ago. Also, our war justification is ready for Nicaragua, so we're going to invade the country. So we declare war and begin our attack. Our attack's super easy because they only have one division available to defend their capital, and that division is pretty under-equipped. So we march in pretty much unopposed. And with that being said, we have taken the country. That is 2 countries under El Salvadorian rule, and there will be many others that will fall into our rule in the future. In fact, the whole Americas will hopefully fall under our rule. But that's going to have to wait till the next episode. I'm going to stop it here, guys, since this is taking a very long time to make this video, to be honest, and I want to get this out there as soon as possible. But like I said before, this is going to be like a mini-series, so there's going to be a bunch of more episodes coming your way. And with that being said, I can't wait to see you in the next episode, and thanks for watching. Goodbye, everyone, and the Loganator's out.